plus content. So this is such a great time to have this training. So I'm so glad that you're able to join.
Thank you for having me. It's always nice to be with a group.
Yes, and we have awesome, this is like the best group that we've had yet. Like everybody's very engaged. Most everybody's launched. Some new people have joined in, but yeah, everybody's can benefit from this. And I'll say, even if you're not at the point of making A+ content and you don't even know what I'm talking about when I say A+ content, take notes and write this all down, and then you'll remember it. And I still have my notebook from when I went through AMZ Insiders, and I wrote down every single training and all the details, and I still flip through it all. And when I went through, there wasn't even the option for A+ premium.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll officially kick it off here. And yeah, that's a well said, Joey, for the introduction there. But just to add on to that, yeah, really a great topic, because I always say every percentage point or even 10th of a percentage point you can improve your conversion rate is pretty much all profit, to your bottom line. And Fitosa has a ton of expertise around this, and Amazon, of course, is always evolving and updating and changing. And as Joey said, like, even if you're not quite at the point, it's good to know, so you can revert back to it or reach out to any of us for help with this. But the ability to have your listing stand out is so critical, because at the end of the day, someone's essentially buying your image of your product, right? They can't pick it up on the store, so they're essentially, if they're impressed with your listing and your price is competitive and your reviews are in line, then the odds are you're gonna beat your competition. So with Fitosa, really great to have you back on again. I know we've had you share some insights in the past, and I know you've been on Joey's Fearless Sellers podcast, so people can check that episode out as well too. But with that, we'll hand it over to you to maybe intro yourself a little bit more and go ahead and begin.
Thank you, Jamie and Joey. It's lovely to be with the group again. So I'm Fatosh. I'm the founder of Maximize. We are a listing optimization and Amazon content agency. We do everything from keyword research to images, videos, A+ content, the whole thing. But at the moment, we're getting a lot of people contacting us about A+ content. And the last training session that we did, I know I talked about A+ content in general and about conversions. So today, what I would like to do is to get into a bit more of the detail about A+ content, but specifically to talk about premium A+ content. So just as a background for those who may not be familiar with it, A+ content is something that anybody who's brand registered has access to. It sits right at the bottom of your listing. It's free space. It doesn't cost any money, but it gives you a ton of extra space to showcase your product. And it's a great space to talk about more of the features and the benefits of the product, and just have more space to communicate with your shopper and to hopefully convert. So A+ content is great for conversions. So with premium A+ content, some of the statistics that are being bandied around is that premium A+ content can increase your sales up to 20%, which is amazing. And this is all space that you don't have to pay for. Premium A+ became available about a year ago to sellers in general. Prior to that, it was only available to big brands, and it was Amazon was charging thousands and thousands of dollars for it. So now it's available to us sort of ordinary sellers, anybody who's brand registered. There are a few requirements to qualify for premium A+, but it's not as scary as it sounds. So the first requirement is that brand story needs to be uploaded for all of your listings, which is pretty easy to do. The other requirement is that you need to have 15 sets of A+ content approved by Amazon. So that isn't as scary as it sounds. It doesn't mean you need to have 15 different products. What it means is that you need to have had A+ content submitted and approved by Amazon 15 times. So yeah, it doesn't mean you have to have 15 different products. So pretty much anyone who's brand registered actually can now have access to premium A+ content. So I'm going to share my screen now. So I've got a few slides to share with you, but also what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a screen share, just sort of going back and showing you some live listings on Amazon. So we'll go through, what's different about premium A+. Why is it that much better than just the basic A+ content? Also, just at this point, a lot of you may also hear the term EBC and wonder what it is. Basically, EBC is enhanced brand content, which is just another term for A+ content. The two are the same thing. So here we go. A+ content, basic versus premium. So the first thing about the difference between the two is, let's see, it's about how much space it takes up on the screen, which is really, really important because a lot of people are shopping on mobile, which means that what they see is much smaller. So if you can take up as much space on the screen as possible, you're going to be more visible. You're going to be right in the face of the shoppers. So this is just a screenshot, just showing you how much of the screen premium A+ takes up compared to basic A+. So let's just show you some listings here. Let's have here we go. So let's move this one. So this was just that image that I was showing you, which is premium. So you can see it's taking up the entire width of the screen. And then, oh my goodness, this is always tricky. Let's just move this here. This is basic A+ content. So you can see this is premium and this is basic. So you can see how much less space this takes up on the screen. When you're looking at the premium, it's just like the entire screen. It's like you're watching your TV. So this is one of the big differences between the two, but there's lots and lots more because I'm just going to share some of these with you as well. With basic A+ content, you have 5 modules to work with. With premium, you have 7. So you can see these are quite blurry because I've just downloaded the pages, but it gives you an idea of the difference in scale between the two. So that's important. There's more space to add more content, talk about your product. So again, if we go back to these listings, so this is premium, you can see, and also the other advantage is you can see there are no lines dividing the modules. So here on the basic, it's broken up. So there's no kind of continuous flow. Whereas with premium, you can see it's almost seamless, it just flows. And there's, you can just keep scrolling and scrolling, and all of this content, you can communicate all of this information about your product with your shoppers. So this is another big thing, it's seamless. It keeps the shopper engaged. If you've got all these lines coming up, it's just really broken up. And, as you scroll down the page, your shopper's going to lose focus as they're looking through the A+ content. So definitely this is another advantage. Videos. So normally, as you know, you can have a video in your normal image stack, but with premium, you can actually put a video in your A+ content. So I'm just going to quickly pull up that. I just need to quickly pull up a listing again, and I will show you that. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't able to scroll between those two. So let's just share this screen again. So here is another premium A+ content here. So you have the ability to embed a video in your A+ content. So not only can shoppers see a video of your product in your main image stack when they're looking through your listing images, but when they then come down to your premium A+ content, here they can watch the video again, which is fantastic because, you know, you may have more than one video for your product, or you may have some UGC that you want to share. So you've got lots more space to use your videos to communicate with your shoppers. Another thing with Premium A+ is that it's very interactive. So whereas on Basic, you're basically just scrolling through, having a look at the images, with Premium A+ content, you can actually interact. So for example, where you have carousels, you can add in, not only can you interact, but you can add in even more slides. So you have 7 modules to play with already, but you have some more slides that you can add in. So for example, here on this A+ content, look how fantastic this is. You know, you can scroll and talk about the product. You know, this particular product is a liquid soap, and you can talk about the fact that, you know, you can use it for lots of different purposes. You can use it as a shampoo, or you can use it for shaving. You can use it as a body wash. You can use it as a hand wash. You can even wash your dishes with it, or you can have a bubble bath with it. So this sort of functionality just makes it so much more engaging, because it's really important to keep the shopper on your page for as long as you possibly can. And by having them interact with your A+ content, you're keeping them there for longer. So why does it matter? Why do you need to make sure you keep them there for as long as possible? For 2 reasons. One is that there's more chance that they're actually going to be sold on your product, so they'll buy it. The other one is that the more people stay on your listing, the more likely Amazon is to show your listing, because at the end of the day, it's all about Amazon making money. It's about you making money, but it's about Amazon making money. If the algorithm's seeing that somebody comes onto your listing and straight away they hop off, it's going to give the signal that maybe your listing is not that great. People are less likely to buy your product. But actually, if people are staying on your listing for longer, the chances are that your listing is going to get shown up more, because it basically means that, you know, there's more likelihood that people are going to buy your product. So keeping people on your listing for longer is important for many, many reasons. And that's another reason why you want to keep people on your listing for longer. So let's just go back to the presentation. So yeah, there are various different types of videos that you can use. You can have one that's like a full video. That's like the screen that I just showed you, where it's the entire screen and then you can click on it. But you also have premium videos with an image carousel where you can switch them around, or similarly, you can have a premium video with a text. So you can have a smaller thumbnail here, and then you've got some text here that talks about your product, or it's like an intro to what shoppers are going to see in the video, and then they can click here and watch the video. So videos is, you know, it's a great great additional tool that you have with Premium. And this is the carousel. I got ahead of myself a little bit there. So we've already looked at the carousel. That's where, you can add images that people can rotate across, and they can click across the different images. There are various different formats again. So there's 3 different formats. So there's so much choice. There's so many different ways that you can build your A+ content. And then hotspots. So hotspots are really cool. So where, you have an image like this, the dogs of Amazon, where you hover over it, you'll get this text that pops up, and it gives you more information about the product that you're showing. So, you may have a product that's got various different color variations. So you can use hotspots for that, or if it's got different functionality. So again, this is very interactive, and it's a great way to just keep people on your listing for longer. Another really, really valuable tool, another module which you have in Premium A+ is Q&A. So Q&A is really important for many, many reasons. The first reason is so it's great for reducing returns. You really, really don't want returns, because it just isn't a really easy way for you to lose money. So by anticipating the questions that people might have about your product, so for example, let's say you're selling a children's product, and they may say, does this product, is it non-toxic? Has it been tested for formaldehyde, or this or that, or the next thing? Anything like that you think may leave a question mark in the shopper's mind and may stop them from just going ahead and making that purchase, preemptively, you can answer those questions. So, like I said, 2 big advantages of being able to answer these questions before people buy a product. The first one is, if people know exactly what they're getting, it's less likely they're going to receive the product and think, actually, this wasn't what I thought it was. So they'll return it. What happens when they return a product? You lose money, because Amazon is not going to refund you the money that you've paid to Amazon when you've sold that product. So you lose that. So you want to minimize the returns as much as possible. The other one is your reviews. So if people know what they're getting, it's less likely that they're going to have a surprise and think, oh, this product was bad. Excuse me, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, you have to excuse me. I've got a nasty cough at the moment. So yeah, if people know what they're getting, they're less likely to have a surprise and leave you a bad review. So the Q&A module is really, really, really very valuable. So definitely worth having that. And then the next thing is comparison charts. So this is the basic comparison chart. With Premium, you've got lots of different options. So you have comparison charts, which, like this one, looks a bit similar to the old one. But you've also got these which are very interactive. Again, these are fantastic because they really, really keep the shopper engaged. They can scroll through things, they can click on things. It's just a great way to keep shoppers on your product page for longer. So I would say definitely it's really well worth using the Premium A+ content, because A+ content, full stop, is great. So if you've got it, brilliant, use it. If you're brand registered, if you're not losing it, you really are leaving money on the table. But you may as well go that one step further and utilize Premium A+ and all the features it has and everything that it can do for you. So this is basically, in a nutshell, you know, the main features of Premium A+, and you know, I really think it's valuable. Like I said, Amazon are claiming that it can increase your sales by 20%. We don't really know, but it does definitely make sense to use it rather than not use it. Again, I can just show you quickly a listing where you can actually see those hotspots that I was showing you. So here we are. When you click, or when you hover over the product, the hotspots come up, and you know, you can see more about the product. So these are, you know, and then, you know, again, the comparison chart at the bottom, absolutely, you can use that where you've got more than one product. This is a great way to drive people to your other listings, because you can showcase some of your other products, and people then can go and buy those products as well, hopefully. So this is kind of the main points that I wanted to cover. So I don't know if we've got some Q&As. I could maybe answer some questions.
Yeah, I see. Just Mary earlier says, any catch the video is allowed, regular A+ content.
Sorry, Jamie, could you say that again?
If you see in the chat, it says Mary K asks, I didn't catch if a video is allowed in regular A+ content.
Yes. It's in Premium A+ content. Regular A+ content, you don't normally have videos. You're allowed it in your main image stack, but not in basic A+ content normally, unless I've completely missed something.
Okay. And then Maurice asks, can we submit the same A+ for review 15 times to premium, or do we have to create 15 separate A+ content?
No, you can resubmit. You can just make some small tweaks to it, but yeah, you can resubmit the same thing. So you don't have to completely rebuild it.
Very cool.
I can just stop.
Follow up on Maurice, is it 15 or 5?
15.
I haven't asked. Okay.
Yeah. No, definitely video isn't on regular A+. It is only on Premium A+. That is one of the big selling points of Premium.
And Lori says, can we submit all 15 at once? Okay, similar question. Or should we spread it out over a specific period of time?
Well, you know, if you've got 15 different products, you can submit all 15. But if you're resubmitting it, by definition, you have to submit and then submit again.
Yeah. All right.
What software? It's you know, you don't sort of automatically put it into software and it spits it out the other end. You need to design it. I mean, you can use the standard modules and just like upload your own images and stuff. But you know, it's not a case of you using sort of automated software to upload images. How do you get it? If you are brand registered, you automatically have the right to create A+ content. You don't have to apply for it. How long will it take? It resets monthly. So basically, sorry, I'm just going to switch this off for a second. Basically, you need to submit. You need to clock up your 15 submissions, and then it resets monthly. So let's say, like tomorrow, you went and submitted it 15 times. It's not then straight away going to reset. So normally, let's say at the end of the month, if you've clocked up your 15, next month you should be able to use it. And the way that you know whether you have premium or not is when you go into Seller Central and you go into create A+ content, and when you go to that page, you will see it will show you on the screen. You'll have basic, premium, and brand story. So if you have been given premium, then it will be there available for you to click on it and start creating. Top 3 modules you recommend? Definitely video, carousels, and depending on your product, hotspots and Q&A. Like if your product is something that is maybe very technical, and not everybody will be very familiar with it, that they might have questions, then definitely. So for example, maybe like if it's a supplement or something like that, people may want to know whether it's derived from organic ingredients, etc. Where is it made? Q&A in that case can be really, really useful to have. Yeah. What else? I think we've got all of those. The approval process. So yeah, like I said, it resets every month. But then, so if you're asking about the approval process when you submit your premium A+ content, it's Amazon say it can, usually it gets approved pretty quickly if it's not like a medical product or anything that needs approval. It can take a couple of days, but usually, within 24 hours, it gets approved once you submit it. Is there a time limit on the videos? That's a good question. No, it's not. Like when you're doing sponsored brands, obviously there's a time, like a length on the videos, but for A+ content, obviously you don't want to post a 10-minute movie, but it's not. You can do like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. What I see in my, it's only premium A+. At least 5 submissions. Okay, so they have changed it. You're ahead of me. So now 5 only, so it's even easier to access it. And it's now switched to every Friday. So you don't have to wait a whole month. So yeah, it's now obviously even quicker. So you are ahead of the game on that one. What happens every Friday? So it obviously resets on a Friday. Yeah. So you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to have any special software to create it. You create it in the way that you do your listings, standard A+ content. You can use the standard modules, or you can actually design your own modules and upload them. It's not as complicated as it may sound. Obviously, you can have the whole thing designed, and it can be built to look like some of the listings that I showed you, but you can also do it yourself. How long does it take? If we have the images available, so for a lot of our clients, for most of them, we actually do the photography and videography. So that can take 2-3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, depending on the product. And then once we have those, to create the A+ content can take around a week. It depends. We have clients who, some clients, want to change things around. It can take a little bit longer, but usually if it's straightforward, about a week. But like I said, that's if we've got all the images available. And most of the time we create them. Sometimes clients have their own material, they have their images, and they'll say, can you create something from this? So we do all the graphics, we design it, and yeah, that's also possible. But ideally, we would normally shoot everything as well, because we work backwards. So, we will look at a client's product, and we work out what is it that we need to show for this product. And this is just in terms of kind of general listing optimization. This is something that if you're not already doing, I would recommend. Before you do any photography, before you upload anything, just work out what your features and benefits are. What is it that you want to communicate about your product? What are you selling? And then work out a plan. How am I going to show these features and benefits that I want to show to the client? And you create a shot list to make sure that you're actually getting all your images for all those things that you need to talk about. And then, you build your A+ content. You actually we normally plan the A+ content before we've shot the images. We wireframe it so that we make sure that everything we want to show, we are actually going to have the images, the videos, everything available. And then it's a quick and easy process, because it's like slotting into place like a puzzle, and it comes to life, and it works, hopefully, most of the time.
Good questions. Yeah. Mary says makes sense.
Definitely.
To have that plan.
Yeah. The number of listings that I see where people have just uploaded some random images, please take the time before you upload anything onto Amazon. Just think about it, because, if you're launching a new product, you really want to kind of straight out of the gates, you want to be in a really good place. You don't want people clicking on your listing and then leaving without buying it. It doesn't help with your rankings. It wastes your money for your PPC. So just the way that I think about it, and this is what I kind of say to everybody, is just think about it like you have a physical store. How would you sell your product? You would display your product. You would have people there to explain to the shopper about the product, to tell them about the product. Where you're selling online, you don't have a sales associate there who can talk to the customer and tell them about the product. You don't have, your window display. Your shop, your listing is your window display. So bear that in mind, and you just need to have your infographics. Don't just put an image up there. Make sure you've got some graphics, some text that is actually talking about the product and telling the shoppers what this product does and why you need it. How is it going to make your life easier or better? So it is it's absolutely crucial to do that before you start uploading images. Think about how you're trying to sell your product, because people need to understand why you're selling the product, and it makes you stand out from the rest of your competition. And again, videos are a great tool in that sense, because you know, you have a moving image, a narrative showing the product in use. Those are the things that really help, because you don't have a human being talking to you and telling you about the product. So video is really valuable. And again, being able to have it in your A+ content, again, reinforcing that message, is really useful. Any suggestions for brand story? Yes, brand story is great, because it sort of like links your main listing to your A+ content. It's sort of like a bridge. It's a great place to talk about, you know, you the brand, or you as the person who's selling the brand. You know, recently, we just finished working on brand story for a client where this product solves a particular problem, and you know, the founder of the brand, she had a particular problem she wanted to solve, and that led her to think about, you know, how can I do this, and she created the product. So you know, we talked about that a little bit, and about the founder. And I think for shoppers to be able to relate to the product, and, you know, where's this product coming from? Who's created it? Why did they create it? Being able to have that sort of personal connection, I think, is really powerful. People like to know, you know, we're all human. We're not robots. We like to know, where's this product come from? And if somebody really cares about it, I think it makes you care about the product a lot more as well. So you can talk a little bit about, like I said, a little bit about the background, the backstory to the product and the brand. And then again, just a few highlights about the product, the features and the benefits. It really, yeah, is, you know, it's a great space to have on your listing. And don't just, you know, don't just think, oh, it's just like brand story, it doesn't matter. It does matter. So make sure that you put the effort into that you put into everything else. And that's the other thing, you know, shoppers will look at your listing, and if it shows that you've really put the effort into building your listing, it kind of makes them, you know, makes you stand out from your competition. And B, if you look at a really shoddy listing that is really poor, as a shopper, you're going to think, you know, if these guys can't be bothered with their listing, are they bothering with their product? Is it going to be good quality? Should I really be buying their product if the listing is not great? So it really is important.
Awesome.
Okay, should we wait to do brand story if your brand is new? No, I would do it straight away. Yeah, there's no reason to wait, and no advantage. Yeah. And again, think about it, like when you're doing your images, when you're creating your content, think about, what am I going to want to put in my brand story? What am I going to want to put here or there? And just plan for it and make sure that you've got all the content. If you're sourcing from overseas, I think honesty is really important. So, you know, there's no need to hide. I mean, you know, buyers, they will know the origin of your product anyway. You can't hide it. If you know, if you don't want to like make a song and dance about where your product's coming from, you don't need to highlight it. But you know, I think for a lot of sellers where it's a direct sort of Chinese factory seller, the shoppers can see that from the listings if they haven't put the effort into it. So if you're a US seller or a European seller, most people are sourcing products from China, India, Vietnam, wherever. So it's fine. You're still creating, you're still designing the product. It's your product. Where it's made is secondary in a way, as long as it's a good quality product. That's the main thing. So that's what you want to highlight.
Yeah.
Long answer to the question.
Awesome. Really good stuff. Any other final questions? You guys can let us know. That's, yeah, Evan says thanks. Yeah, really good questions. You know, the power of building a brand has never been kind of more important on Amazon than you know, it is what really creates the value in your brand and what gives you that asset that you can exit down the road if you choose. So yeah, really great input, Fatous.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. In terms of exiting, if you know, if further down the line at some point you want to sell your brand and exit, definitely you need to have a brand identity, just something that's going to set you apart from everybody else. You know, just selling a commoditized product doesn't really do it anymore. You've definitely got to be a brand and have your own identity.
Awesome. Really good stuff. And again, good crew on here. I see some of our newer members on here. Again, Tony, welcome again. Good to see you again. Mike, I know you guys, some of you guys were on with Helium 10. We did our small group session yesterday, which was really cool with the Helium 10 team. We've got yeah, so a strong group on here. We got some veterans, like Chad's been with us for about 4 years. So that's awesome. But again, Deekit, oh yeah, welcome aboard Deekit as well too. Good to see Elizabeth here. I know Joe, you guys were connecting. Haley as well too. Jenna, Jennifer. So yeah, we got a strong group. So you guys feel free in Voxer for all of our coaching members here to work with us. We can talk to you more. And I know some of you guys in the past, we've connected you over to Fatous as well too. I know Fatous, if you want to feel free to share any of your contact information if you wish. I know and also she was on Fatous and was on episode 17 of the Fearless Sellers podcast. If you guys want to go in there and check it out, give it a listen, you'll get some really good insight as well there too. My mouse is acting weird. I can't copy and paste the link to the podcast. Otherwise I would put it in the chat as well too. Yeah. So Fatous, what's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
My email, I've just dropped it in the chat. I'm always available on email. If anybody's just got any questions, I'm more than happy to help. I mean, I've worked with a few of the group previously, and you know, they were coming back with questions, and even after we'd finished the project, they'd sort of come and just ask for, you know, just general questions here and there, and I'm really happy to do that, because I think, you know, it's great being part of the community. And you know, I'm a seller as well, so I know what it's like, especially in the early days. It all seems really overwhelming, and you can just think, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I do this? So yeah, you know, I know exactly what it's like. Okay, I will. How strange. I will type it again.
Yeah, you put your email, you got to change it from, you only sent it to me, the host. You got to set it to everybody.
Oh, sorry, that's a bit silly.
Zoom's doesn't make it obvious. So that was a good
hosts and panelists. So
switch to everyone, right? On the two button.
Okay, sorry, that's a bit of a.
Yep.
So hopefully that's there. Sorry.
Yeah, now that everyone should see that there now too. So awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, great stuff, Fatous. I think again, good questions, everyone. The recording will come in. Yeah, these sessions recorded, yes. And yes, for our active members, they will be in our coaching program. Everything else, you guys will have these. And again, all of our coaching members, you've got us throughout every day in Voxer here. Myself, Maurice is on here, Joey, Matt as well too. And then again, our expert kind of guest experts, people like Vatos, we can pull them in as needed to help you guys and connect you there as well. So awesome, Vatos. Really appreciate it. And
Thank
pretty
you.
info as always.
Thank you. It was really nice to be here.
All right. Thanks, everyone. All right. Bye-bye.